Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to another wonderful day of problems. Alright, Briggs & Stratton 16.5 horsepower twin ride lawnmower engine. Okay, alright, here's the deal. Whenever we try to start this thing, it coughs up a whole amount of gas through the carburetor here. I mean, it just comes billowing out. It's blowing out so much gas, physical gas here. I'm surprised it didn't cause a huge backfire and kill us. Not sure what the problem is. It's having trouble getting going. It keeps flooding. Why is gas spraying out of here and here when it tries to start get going? There's nothing wrong with the fuel. There's nothing wrong with it. We got a cork right there to stop the fuel up so that we can try to clean it out, let it completely dry out. It's been doing this to us for like 2 days, or actually not 2 days, more like a week, and we can't mow the grass, can't do nothing until we get this fixed. If someone can explain to me why it's doing this, we already took the spark plugs out. We use an air.
All right, so we're going to be putting the shutoff valve about right here. Okay, so this is the flow of the fuel up through here. You got the fuel filter, and then we bought for $10. We basically bought this shutoff gas valve at the local hardware store, and it comes with a hose, and it comes with the clamps we're going to need. And then the shutoff valve. This is the most important aspect of this. It's a shutoff valve. So we're basically going to take this shutoff valve, I'm going to stick it right in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to mark this because we got to cut this hose. So yeah, we're going to mark that about right there. Get our shutoff valve installed. So hopefully this will, when we shut the engine off, we'll turn the shutoff valve off, which will stop gas from flowing up into the carburetor. And of course, the carburetor is failing. The carburetor has got a lot of problems which is allowing gas to spill into the crankshaft, or crankcase, I should say, crankcase. So this should solve at least that issue. It should solve the issue of gas getting in, because what we need to stop that gas from getting into the oil and mixing in, because that's causing all kinds of problems. So there we go. All right, next step we're gonna do is we completely drain the oil, so we're gonna add all fresh oil to the engine. And then tighten it all up and give it a shot and see what happens. See if we can get this thing started. All right, guys. Well, we got the shutoff valve on. We already drained the oil completely out. We actually drained the oil and left the oil plug off, let it dry out for about 24 hours because there was gas mixed into the oil. So we wanted to make sure it all evaporated out of the engine as much as possible. We did run a little bit after we drained the polluted oil. We ran some clean oil through it a little bit, probably maybe a third of a quart through it. Probably should have did more, but we put a third of a quart through it. Now we're going to start filling it up with oil, and we're going to be very careful here because I feel like maybe we overfilled it last time. So let's see here. Caution, do not overfill, of course. So we've got 48 ounces of 4-cycle engine oil. I'm guessing maybe we put about half, maybe a third of this in, and then we'll let it set. We'll come back, we'll check it later, because I do not want to overfill this thing. I feel like maybe we overfilled it last time. I'm not 100% certain, but you don't want to overfill it, because it's just gonna throw everything off. It is. The oil plug is locked and loaded.
I just had to make sure, just in case we cause a catastrophe again.
All right, so we're gonna start adding some oil. We're gonna probably put about a third of this in. I'm gonna do it slow, obviously. So let's see. So we got about, that's not quite, a little bit more. Probably about, what do you think? About that much? Think about a third of that in there? No, that's about it for right now. All right, so we're gonna let that settle. We got about, I'd say we used, probably got about that much in it. Of course, these things aren't filled all the way, so maybe a third of this in it. We're gonna check it. I'll come back later and check it, because it's gonna take a while. We'll come back here in a little bit, double check it, and see where the levels are at, and if we need to add more. Hey guys, okay, so we got the oil cleaned out. We added fresh oil to it, leveled it off. We've got our shutoff valve installed. We've got some little bit of gas in here. So now we're going to attempt to start this with the fresh oil and the shutoff valve. We're going to turn the shutoff valve on, obviously. So gas was getting into the oil, and I think the carburetor is malfunctioning, so that's why we had to install the shutoff valve, so that when we're done mowing, we will turn the shutoff valve off, and we can actually reach it quite easily. If you guys look here, we can reach right there and grab the shutoff right here. I'm gonna turn it on. There, now it's on. I'm gonna turn it off. So it's not too bad of a place. So what I'm gonna do now, oh, we also charged the battery all the way up. So we're gonna attempt to start this now and see what happens. So we're gonna turn the fuel on. So fuel's on. Okay, so we got fuel's open. Battery's charged. Oil's in. We'll see what happens, guys.
Did. Sounded like it was only firing off on one for a second. Smell it, but